Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel DevOps World. Today I am going to show you how to create your first Windows EC2 instance. First of all, you have to log in with your IAM credential or root credential. Right now I am logged in as a IAM credential. If you don't know how to create your IAM user, so I have given the link description below. So you go to that video and you can check out how to create your IAM user. So right now I'm in Ohio region, so you can choose any of the region as per your convenient. So I have chosen Ohio region. You need to select EC2 in search bar, or you can go to services and you can come to compute and you can search EC2. So in both way you can search EC2 instance. So let's click on EC2. So once you click on EC2 instance, now you are able to come this EC2 dashboard where you can see how many numbers of instance I have or how many number of instance is running state. To launch your EC2 instance, you have to come down, select this launch instance and select this option launch instance. So once you click this option, we'll come to this page where we have to select AMI, basically machine, based on your convenient which AMI you are interested. So based on that you can select out from this option. So but we are looking for a free tier and Windows. So left hand side we have the option, this checkbox, free tier only. So if you opt this checkbox, so what happened, it will filter out all your AMI which comes under free tier account. So if you're able to see, we have this Linux, Amazon Linux 2, Red Hat, Social Linux, Ubuntu and Windows. So right now I'm going to create our first Windows EC2 instance. So you can choose any of the Windows machine. Right now I'm choosing 2019 base and it is 64-bit. So just click and select. So now in second step we have to choose instance type. So basically T2 Micro is only one instance type which comes under our free tier account. Apart from this, if I'm going to choose any another type like T2 Nano, T2 Small or T2 Medium, so I have to pay money based on per second or based on per hour. So be ensured that guys you have selected the correct instance type, otherwise you have to pay the money once you deploy the EC2 instance. So I have chosen T2 Micro. Now go to configure instance detail. So here most of the option you have to keep as it is because we are using the default, all the default values which given by the AWS. So I don't need to do any changes in network, subnet and other category as well. So but you have to specific how many going instead you are going to deploy. So in our case we are going to deploy one EC2 instance. If you want to deploy like 4 or 3, so based on that you can just give the integer value and after that you move forward to next step. So but we are not going to deploy 4 EC2 instance, so I'm just making from 4 to 1. So now click to add storage. So here storage is basically your hard drive attached to your machine. So AWS giving up to 30 GB of EPS general purpose SSD so that you can install any of the software on that machine and you can perform any POC projects things and any other further project related task. So if you are going to increase this size more than 30 GB, so you have to pay the money for extra GBs. So be sure that you provided 30 GB, not more than that, but you can give less than 30 GB because up to 30 GB you are not going to pay any such kind of money. And here delete or termination guys, basically suppose you are working very critical project, okay, and you have a very critical data and you don't want to lose it. So in that case you just uncheck this box. So what happened, after uncheck this box, once you terminate your Windows EC2 instant, so your instant will be destroyed, but your hard drive, which is called volume type, not going to destroy, and it will be remain in your account. But keeping this volume or this hard drive, you have to pay little bit money, because keeping the storage you have to pay the money. So be ensured that if that data is not valuable or not going to use in future, so better you just terminate that volume type. So for as of now, I just check mark as a delete on termination and clicks add ads. So basically add, you have to give the name tag like alias kind of thing. So suppose I have a deployed 5 EC2 instant, but I did not give a proper appropriate name to EC2 instant, and later I want to destroy Windows EC2 instant. So from the naming, if I give the proper appropriate name for my EC2 instant, so I can directly recognize from out of 5 which EC2 instant is belongs to Windows machine. So in that case, I don't have to go each and every EC2 instant and logged in and check the machine type. So you have to give very specific name to your EC2 instance, so that later you can recognize and you can apply other services as well. So I just giving Windows EC2, and after that I go to next, configure security group. So basically security group by default have a denied rule, guys. So you have to manually enable this feature so that you able to reach your Windows EC2 machine and you can log in through IP. So right now in Linux we have a 22 SSH port, but in Windows we have a 3389 port to log in your Windows machine. So now question will arrive, how will I restrict the traffic? So guys, here in source we have a 3 option like custom, anywhere and my IP. So suppose you have a specific range of IP. Suppose if I give the example like 10.0.01 to 10.0.0 to 30. So between 1 to 30, this is the range of your IP. So those people having this range of IP system, only those people are going to connect your EC2 instead, apart from those IPs discarded by this security group. But if you select anywhere, it means that you are whitelisting all the IPs all over the world, so anyone can access your EC2 instead. But if you want to restrict this access up to your level, so you have to do my IP. So it will give you your system IP, so that only the person can log in to in this EC2 instant. So I'll just leave it as it is, because we need only this SSH part. So in Windows we have this RDP, not SSH. So just go and review and launch. So once launching, you have to, if you have already any key pair, so by default you can choose from this drop down menu, or you can create a new key pair. So I'm going to create a new pair, so that you will get to know after creating new pair, after that how we will use this key pair. So I'll just select key and new Windows EC2, and I just download it. And guys, be ensured that this PAM file should not be deleted, because once you delete this PAM file, you are not able to recover this PAM file. So you have to be very careful about this PAM file. So just to do launch instant. Now it's initiating all these rules and backend stuff. Now it is showing that your instant are now launching. So just click this ID. So basically this is the instant ID. If you are able to see this D31 and D31 both are matching, so this is the instant ID. So right now it's a pending state. Once the state change from pending to running, then you are able to log in your EC2 instant. Sometimes you also face this issue like your instant is running still, but you are not able to log in. Why? Because might be it's taking time to check your security check, that is the status check. So validating all the security checks, instant not be a damage or hard drive is not corrupted, like kind of thing. So once this all will be done, after that you are able to log in your system. So I'll just refresh it. So it's initializing right now. So let's see if we are able to log in or not. Before going to log in, we need to fetch password, because we all aware of that. Or if you don't know, no worry guys, I'll just going to tell you. Windows, when you are working with the Windows, so basically we have to take the RTP of the system. So in that case, we are not using any kind of security key which we are using in Linux system. So basically we have to give the password to log in our Windows machine. So now question arises, like right now we do not have created any password, we have created only PAM file. So how will I get this password to log in our Windows machine? So once your instance is fully running and security checked, you come to connect option, select this RTP client, and you have to click this get password. So once you click the get password, it is telling you to browse your key pair or copy paste the content of key pair. So basically this is the key pair which you have created at the time of Windows machine to deploying. So right now, and also we have given the name of new Windows EC2 insert. So this key basically we have to use to decrypt this key into password. So just I browse this file. So in my downloads, I have this new Windows EC2. I just click it, and once I do the decrypt password, so now guys, we got our Windows machine password which help us to log in our Windows EC2 machine. So now or you can take also this private DNS guys. There is no issue. You have to buy hardcode, you have to take the IP, but also you can use this DNS name, which is also called full qualified domain name. So I just copy this one, and after that you go to search option and you click on remote, and you get the first option, remote desktop connection. So you just paste this DNS name and you click, I just copy the first password, and after that you just click connect. So now guys, is asking the username. So basically in Windows the username by default is administrator, because you are only the person who having the access for this machine. And for Linux we have this EC2 user. So guys, if you till now you do not have launched your EC2 Linux, or you having the interest to launch your EC2 Linux machine, so I have given the link in description below, from where you can go and see that how you can launch your first EC2 Linux machine. So now I just paste the password and click OK. Administrator. Okay guys, here typo mistake, so it's my bad. I just try to connect again, administrator, and I just paste the password. Okay, so it's asking if everything goes correct guys, then it will ask you yes or no. If you do yes, so it will connect to your EC2 instance. So now guys, right now it's loading. It is initializing your machine, so it will take some few minutes to boot up your machine. So just wait a while. So now you are able to see, we are able to see our desktop, and it is showing like EC2 feedback, EC2 Microsoft, and it is asking that to connect. So if I click yes, so it will connect to my network and I'm able to access the internet as well. So in few time later you will get here right side all the details of machine. Yeah, here we go. So like as I said, you are able to see all the details, like this is the T2 Micro where you have deployed and what is the instant ID host name, like this. So guys, so this is how to you logged in your Windows machine. And one more thing guys, I need to tell you, because you have deployed this EC2 instant in US East to C. So once you change the region, might we are not able to see your EC2 instant. So be ensured that guys, in which region you are going to deploy your Windows machine or any other machine, that machine will available for that particular reason. So be careful while launching the instant. Remember that where and which region you have deployed, and after that you have all this awareness of steps to how to launch, and now you are good to go to launch your EC2 instant. So for today video guys, this is from my side, and we just wrap this video. And if you have any further query and question related to step to launch your Windows machine, or you are facing any kind of issue to deploying your EC2 instant, I am very happy to give all the replies on the comments. So please just put comments on below video and I'll try to give the answer as soon possible. For as of now guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that this video will informative for you, and don't forget to subscribe my channel and please hit the bell icon so that if new video will come, you will get the notification on the same time. So thank you for